so excited to be here with Patti Bullard, the founder of Wubbers University. Welcome, Patti.
Thank you, Katie. It's so nice to be here.
Glad to have you. And we're talking about linking, and you have a special way of making shaped rings.
I do. It's a lot of fun. I am going to demonstrate how to take a mandrel plier and 14 gauge dead soft sterling silver wire and how to make jump rings with it very quickly and easily. I'm going to just place it between the pliers, and then I pull it off, rotate, and I'm going to cross it over. And once I get it going around a couple of times, just like this.
So do you have to be sure that you have pretty tight tension when you're working, or no?
Even tension, I would say.
Even, okay.
Yes.
And you designed these pliers too.
I did.
I
did. It's been so much fun. And then once I pull it off, I hold it firmly, and then I take a pair of shears that will cut flushly, and I just clip right through.
That's pretty cool. You can cut all the way through 14 gauge wire with
That's right.
those.
And when you're going to solder, what's really neat is it does a nice clean cut, and it's not quite as perfect as a saw cut, but you saw how easy it is, and it's quick and easy. So then you can see this is pretty stiff. I'm going to take some wide pliers here, like a wide flat nose, and now I work this just like it's a jump ring, back and forth, if you can see that, and then I just close it up nice and tight, like that. Now, once I've got it closed, you can see here are two pair. This is going to be a pair of earrings that we're making here. And I've got them all closed up nice and tight. They're on a charcoal block because we're going to solder these. And I'm going to show you the steps to do that. Once I've got my rings closed up, I take something, I like to use what's called a self-pickling flux. There's different kinds of it, but this is my favorite because I can just spray it right on. I'm going to let that dry a minute. I'm going to show you one of my favorite tools ever. This is a solder cutting plier, and I'm going to use sheet solder, and I'm actually using hard solder today. It takes a higher temperature to melt, and what you do is you can see that there's a little shelf on these pliers, and it measures for you, and it cuts just the right size little piece here. And then what's cool is it falls down a little hole that's on the bottom of the plier, right onto your finger, so you're not essentially crawling all over the floor looking for your solder.
Your pieces are just the right
they're
size.
the right size, and they're right where you want them. So I've already pre-cut my solder here, and now that I've got my rings flux, I'm actually going to stop and dry this just a little bit so that I can place my solder and it doesn't.
We better put our safety glasses. Good thing we have ours on already.
Yes, we have.
People at home will want to put their safety
glasses on. Safety always. Now I'm lighting my torch, and I'm just going to turn the flame down low. And I'm just going to barely dry those rings a little bit like that. You can see it goes kind of white and frosty. Now, I'm going to take a piece of solder and place it right on the opening. I can see this one easily.
And you would do the same process for any shape of the ring. So whether you were making a square, or you could make diamond shape or triangle shape.
That's right.
You would just place your little flake onto the joint there?
Yes, and that one fell off the front, but it's touching the joint, and I'll do this one, put it right on the joint. And then I'm going to also show you another little trick. If that solder doesn't go where I want it to, you can solve the problem very easily. Now, I've got my solder in the right place, I think, and I'm going to light my torch again. Right? Yes, we will find out. I'm going to start by heating it slowly. Now, I'm holding the torch in my non-dominant hand and a soldering pick in my dominant hand because I'll have more control. Sterling silver, when you're working with sterling silver, you want to heat the whole piece evenly because it conducts heat, and if I don't, then the heat will be drawn. Did you see the solder jump right there? It looks like it went right through that opening. Let's see if we can do this other one. And I may have missed it, but this will give me a good chance to show you how to do pick soldering. I did. I thought the opening was here. It's over here. I'm going to come over with my heat a piece of solder till it balls up, and then touch it with my pick. And you can see I picked it up. So now I can come right in. My ring's already hot. You can see the little ball just stuck right there where I wanted it. And now there you go.
Perfect.
Isn't that easy?
Super quick and easy.
I've had so many people tell me they're afraid of the torch, and it's really not scary once you get used to it. Now I'm quenching my metal, and I'm just going to put it in water and then set it aside. Now, the next thing I would do, if you will look very closely at this ring, you can see there's discoloration on here.
Yes.
This isn't too bad because the flux kept it from discoloring. And what happens is the copper that's in the sterling silver will turn dark. It's called oxidation, and this needs to be cleaned off. And jewelers use something called pickling solution, which is a mild acid. You just drop it in, and then you take it out and rinse it. And we'll have the instructions
for how to do that on our website.
Yes,
Great.
yes. And so, but for the magic of TV, I have already cleaned some other little rings here, and now these have been, these are soldered and cleaned, and I'm going to show you how to finish a ring so that it's
Perfect.
ready to put right on an ear wire.
So you're just using a basic chasing hammer.
That's right. And I love a steel block that's polished and a hammer that's polished and it's slightly dome-faced, because this way it will burnish my metal as I work. And what's neat is I have a lot less cleanup and polishing to do in the end. And you'll see this ring is a little bit frosty because it, once I cleaned it, it has a fine silver coating. As I hammer it, it's going to get shiny, and I'll show you here.
All right.
Now, another little tip for people, I've hammered so much that, one, my fingers are immune to hitting, and two, I've gotten pretty good at hammering, but if you'll hold your fingers off the edge of the block, then you won't hit your finger. And what I'm doing right now is just flattening this ring.
How do you attach this to your earring and then once you're all hammered?
You just have an ear wire.
Oh,
and
let's
you can,
take a look.
Okay, sure.
So over here on these, you can see, oh, you just hook it right through the ear wire itself.
That's right. You swing it open, and you swing it open just like it's a jump ring, and then just hook it in there. And on these other earrings, you can see I embellished them a little bit. There's one pair of ovals that are just simply ovals, and then I have the other ones that I added the beads to so that they are a little fancier and blingier.
Oh yeah, and they look so great. And this is so easy, and I love the way that you link the rings together on the bracelets.
Oh,
Using
isn't
the
that
different shapes.
fun?